with a human head. But what is it, and what is it doing here? Usually associated with ancient Egypt, sphinxes were in fact named by the Greeks and have cropped up throughout history in many countries in Asia as guardians, usually of tombs and temples. The ancient Egyptians went one further, and it was the custom of pharaohs to have images of their own heads transplanted on the sphinx. The hieroglyphics on this one say roughly Neja Nefer Menkefe Niji Angs, which translated means good God, Thutmose III, come to life. Perhaps it would be a political idea for Gordon Brown to have his head on this one. And David Cameron could customize the opposing sphinx on the other side. In fact, these two sphinxes seem to be doing a lousy job of guarding anything. And the reason is they are so interested in the main event here, which is the red granite Egyptian obelisk known as Cleopatra's Needle. Cleopatra's Needle is a more glamorous name for an item that was also from the reign of Pharaoh Thutmose III 1400 years ago in ancient Egypt. This red granite obelisk was a gift from the Egyptian king Muhammad Ali, I'm not making this up, to the British government in return for the War of Alexandria in 1801. Bizarrely, in that war, Britain actually invaded Egypt, although it was at the expense of the French. Postage for the Egyptian gift was, however, not included, so it hung around in Egypt for another 58 years until Sir William Wilson, a prominent anatomist, agreed to stump up the £10,000 to transport it back to Blighty. Our obelisk did not float like a butterfly, it floated more like a giant boat, because in order to get it back, it was encased in a giant iron shell, complete with mast, rudder and keel, and floated out into the Mediterranean. Things went splendidly until, upon reaching the Bay of Biscay, our ironclad heroine was struck by a ferocious storm. After 6 volunteers had perished trying to save her, she was eventually abandoned, only to be picked up 4 days later, abandoned adrift by several Spanish fishermen, who returned her on to Britain, where she has remained obstinately ever since. In fact, these holes around the base were from a German bomb that was dropped here on the 4th of September 1917. We don't seem to be getting anywhere fast at the moment. I wonder if there's any Spanish fishermen around. And finally, I think I should have the job of presenting the Heritage Key series because it really isn't warm out today.